I wonder why everybody around me is so crabby all the time. Fucking weather make a person angsty. Talk about the debates. It's really simple too. I was thinking about going topic to topic and saying who won, but I don't think any of that really matters. I don't think there was much to get out of those debates that people didn't know already anyways if they've been following both of these people. And I don't really see a clear winner in that. I mean, Trump edged out Biden in just about every topic, but Trump edging out Biden isn't enough. He needs to trounce him. So, in a sense, it's a victory for Biden. All that aside, the only important thing I saw was that fucking moderator. When he asked that question saying, do you
criticize the vice president for not specifically calling out Antifa and other left-wing extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and
disavow white supremacy and militias? I got to that point, and before I even saw the rest of it, I had to watch it later. I got so fucking mad I started screaming at the TV saying, that's not the same fucking thing. Don't call that the same fucking thing. What does a fucking militia of patriots have to do with any supremacist fucking group? Anyways, then later I caught it, the full thing. Here it is.
Criticize the vice president for not specifically calling out Antifa and other left-wing extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared
willing to do
specifically
that,
do it? Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
You want to call them? What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
who
white
would you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing.
FBI director
This is a left-wing
problem. White supremacists. Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got to be
not
kidding.
militia. That's what his FBI. FBI director
Gentlemen,
said.
Well, then you know what?
No, we're done, sir. We're moving on to the next. We're moving.
If that hits you over the head, that's not an idea.
Everybody in your administration tells you the truth has a bad idea.
Can I tell you what?
You have no ideas.
Antifa is a dangerous,
all right,
radical
gentlemen,
group.
we're now moving on to the Trump and Biden records.
They'll overthrow you.
When a president,
First, I would say Trump's answer should have been, I denounce supremacy from any group of people based on race, religion, creed. He should have said that. That would have been the best way for him to answer that question. But I've seen all this criticism. Did you see Trump didn't denounce white supremacy? The second that guy said it, whatever his fucking name is, he says, sure. And then he asked, name a group that you want me to denounce. And he said, and then he heard Biden say Proud Boys. He was responding to Biden. He heard Biden say Proud Boys, and he said, Proud Boys, stand down. You know, what do you want me to do? Say the Proud Boys are fucking all bullshit? Why would he? He wasn't specifically asked at that point, again, denounce white supremacy. Say right now, I denounce white. He wasn't asked that. He was responding to Biden, not to the moderator. Dude, these people just hear whatever the fuck they want. So, he could have handled that better, but all in all, I was just fucking outraged that the militia was every militia. Militias were just lumped together, synonymous with white supremacy. I mean, we actually have some militias in this country currently, right now, that are black supremacists. So again, if he would have just said, I denounce supremacy of any, that would have really covered everything without pissing on the militias, which, you know what, he don't want to do. Why should he do that? Militias were an important part of founding this country. Militias, in my opinion, are still an important part of this country's infrastructure. I explained that the other day. My takeaway is he ain't going to get a fucking fair shake, so he's just going to have to be prepared to give full, concise statements and follow them through to the end, even if it means somebody's trying to talk over him or interrupt him or tell him it isn't his turn to talk. He's going to have to just do that, and then the rest of the time he should stop as best he can, stop interrupting and try to have more presidential composure for the people in the middle that get frustrated with his mannerisms, that don't care for his style as much as some of us other people do, so that he can show that he has the presidential ability. I mean, I still think he does, and I still think he has an uphill battle because he was last night debating two different people, and I don't know who's hosting the next debate and how it's going to go, but I can only assume it's going to be the same or worse for him every time. He needs to show that he is smarter than everybody else in the room. And when he is going to hammer on a point, he needs to fucking hammer it all the way in. Not give it a couple of whacks and then back off because the other person starts to interrupt or because the moderator tells him it's not his turn to talk. If he's going to make a point, he has to make his point all the way through. One last thing that I would add real quick, too. There are two prominent black militias that I've seen so far, the NFAC, which Heavy Duty Country's already covered them pretty well. You should check out his videos on that, about being all black and black exclusively. And then there's another one, I can't remember the name, I just saw him the other day, but I saw the video of them. This, you know, it wasn't just a couple seconds, this was a few minutes, and the dude just kept screaming, black power, and, you know, everybody else was cheering for that. So it's been the black militias that I have seen so far that have been claiming racism or supremacy. All the white militias that this narrator was trying to lump in there were the Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys, the UCA, Patriot Prayer, etc. And all those members, all those groups there are integrated, and I've never once heard them chanting anything like white power at one of their fucking gatherings. God damn you for saying that the fucking militia is, any militia is automatically a supremacist group. You just take a shit on fucking patriots. I can't stand it.